Hello everyone, and welcome back to Thrifted Living. My name is Kieran. In today's video, I would like to talk with you about my Cricut Joy machine. I will be sharing some videos about some commonly asked questions about using Cricut products. In today's video, I will be answering the question, is a Cricut easy to use? I would like to start by saying thank you to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. And my answer is 100% yes, a Cricut is very, very easy to use. I received a Cricut Joy in the spring, and I was so excited to be able to craft with the Cricut Joy. I also have a Cricut Explore one that my husband Sean purchased for me a few years ago, and I was really interested to see what a smaller machine could do. So when I opened up the Cricut packaging, from the very beginning I was given instructions on exactly how to use it. And that's the first point I would like to talk with you about in terms of working with Cricut products and also working with the brand. The brand does a great job of guiding you through everything. From the moment that I opened my Cricut Joy, I was given instructions on exactly how to use it. And what I love about what Cricut does is when you purchase a Cricut product, at least in my experience, now I haven't purchased every single Cricut product, but the ones that I have had experience with, which is the Explore one, the Cricut Press 2, and then the Cricut Joy. Cricut brand actually gives you some materials and some ideas of what you can do for your very first project. So for example, with the Cricut Joy, they actually give you some vinyl that you can use, and they give you instructions on how to set up the Cricut Joy using the Bluetooth on your phone, and then they give you some vinyl that you can actually print something out with in that very first moment of using your machine, which I think is really helpful. With the Cricut Joy, from the time I opened the package, I was given instructions on exactly how to use the machine, and for me that was really helpful. It made me feel like I could really use the Cricut Joy from the very beginning, and so that is something I think is really helpful. I know when I got the Cricut Press 2, and I know this video is about my Cricut Joy, but when I got the Cricut Press 2, it actually came with like a canvas bag that you could store the Cricut Press 2 in, and they actually had like a Cricut logo that they wanted you to use the Cricut Press, a product that you can use to create iron-on shirts and like heat applied decals. The project that they present you with in the packaging, like within the box that you receive the Cricut Press 2, is a decal that you can put on this canvas bag. And so it's from the very beginning, you open the box, Cricut shares a project with you that all of the supplies are there that you need. You just have to follow the instructions and you're able to create your first project within the first couple minutes that you receive this new machine. Cricut guides you from the very beginning when you purchase a new product from them, and I really love that. Another thing that I think is great about working with the Cricut materials and Cricut products is that they take the guesswork out of everything. Like when you purchase a new vinyl, for example, there are removable vinyls, there are permanent vinyls, there's the iron-on material. On the box that you receive the material in, it tells you exactly what the product is made for. So my machine that I have, my Cricut Joy, which I use more often than anything else, I just love this machine. You can go to Joann Fabric, for example, or Walmart, or any other like crafting space, and you can find the exact materials that you need. So on the box for the product, it will say, this is for the Cricut Joy machine, or this is for the Cricut Explore machine. So it really takes the guesswork out for you. Another thing that I think is great is that it will give you instructions on exactly how to use it. So it will show you how to load it into the machine, and the machine will also guide you through that as well. Everything is very automated, and there are lots of clues and hints as to how to use everything. If you just sort of look at both the machine and the product, it is very intuitive. Through working with the products and through working with the different materials that they have, I've been able to see the differences. For example, the iron-on materials, I have to change something on the design space for that, and Cricut gives you all of the instructions for that. They really guide you through everything. I love that about the product. Sometimes, you know, for me when I'm using my sewing machine, you know, I can look on the website for that particular brand, but it's not like a community like Cricut has. And that's the third thing I would like to talk about is the Cricut Community, which for me has been one of the most helpful parts of working with the Cricut machines are the people who are using them and crafting with them right now. I know that for me, when I share a video on YouTube about the Cricut machine, I'm going to get so many positive and encouraging comments on ways that I can do things differently, and you know, tips and tricks, and you know, favorite products, or just different things that I can do for different projects. And I love that about Cricut, because people love these machines so much that they become experts in them, and it's not very hard to do that. It definitely is something that you can do easily once you use the product more and more. I feel like every time I share a video, I have this whole like group of people that are like, yeah, you're doing awesome, that looks great, maybe next time try this, or try to use this product in a different way. But it's just so supportive and so wonderful. There are so many Cricut Facebook pages, Instagram pages. Cricut has so much support within their website. I just love that. I feel like once I started sharing videos about using the Cricut Joy, that I was sort of like brought into this Cricut family, and I just think that's the coolest thing. I just love that like camaraderie of working with the same material, working with the same machines. It's sort of like connecting us over, you know, many, many miles. The community aspect is something else that I love, and it really makes it a lot easier to learn a new type of machine as well. The next thing that I would like to talk about is sort of talking about that community aspect as well, but sort of focusing it specifically on YouTube. That is when you're using a new Cricut machine, if you go to YouTube and search that machine and your specific question, chances are you will find a video teaching you exactly how to do what you need to do. And that's what I love about learning a new product in the age of YouTube, is that I'm able to search my questions very quickly and easily, and I'm able to get almost instant responses about exactly the information that I need help with from the very beginning. That's another thing that I love about creating and crafting here on YouTube, is that when I'm stuck on something, I literally just have to look on YouTube and type in exactly the question that I have. And not all the time will I find an answer, but quite often I will be able to find an answer, and especially a video answer is really helpful for me. I know I learn more easily when I'm able to see an example of something. That's another thing I love about the community. People are so passionate about these products that they will actually create videos helping other people learn how to use these machines as well. It's such a well-known product that there is almost an unlimited amount of resources online that is created by the users, able to help other people learn how to use it as well. And I just love that about Cricut. Another reason that I feel that learning to use a Cricut is easy is the design space, the Cricut design space. If you're unfamiliar, the Cricut design space is a space online that you can create all of your Cricut projects. And I have it as an app on my phone, and it's connected right to the Cricut Joy. And what you can do is you can actually design the projects that you would like to cut out or that you would like to print on something. And what I love about it is that Cricut takes all of the guesswork out of that for you by creating templates, in a sense, where if you're creating something and say you want it to be a certain size, but you still want to print it out on the Cricut Joy, when you go to print it out, for example, the design space will tell you that you can't print it out because the size of it might not work for that particular machine. And so it sort of takes the guesswork out of that for you as the creator. I don't have to say, okay, when I'm printing something out on my Cricut Explorer versus the Cricut Joy machine, I don't have to remember the exact sizes that each machine will be able to print out. So that's super helpful for me, that the Cricut design space already tells you exactly how to do that. Another thing that I love is that the Cricut design space has so many pre-made designs as well. I just have a hard time sort of envisioning a project like from scratch. So what I love about the Cricut design space is that there are so many options already created within the design space. I can search birthday within the design space and it will show me all of the different things that I could print or that I could cut out using around that theme of birthdays. And that's something that I absolutely love. For me, it's sort of hard to design something from my own mind. Cricut sort of makes that a little easier for me as well. Another thing that I love with using the Cricut design space is when you're getting ready to load the materials into the machine, it will give you lots of prompts during the process of exactly how to do that. For example, if you're getting ready to cut out an iron-on material, it will give you prompts to remind you exactly how to load that into the machine. I also love that the design space can be used on a computer, but it can also be used on a phone. I don't have to have my full computer sitting next to me. I can have my phone open. I can use the design space right on my phone, then I can just send something to the Cricut Joy. I don't need any cords, I don't need any, you know, extra things to make the printing process happen. I just send it to it and it just prints it automatically, and I absolutely love that. So in my opinion, a Cricut Joy is very easy to use. There are so many reasons that I love using my Cricut Joy machine, and there are so many reasons why I think it's the perfect option for somebody who is brand new to using Cricut, and there are so many other reasons why I think a Cricut is very easy to use. For me, the Cricut Joy is just like the top of the line. It has everything in a cutting machine that I could ever want. It's like my favorite thing. I was even gifted that bag to go with it. My mother-in-law actually gave me that Cricut Joy carrying bag. I just love that. I can't wait to bring my Cricut Joy to school with me. I just think it's so cute. So in the comments below, let me know what you think. Is it easy to use a Cricut Joy? Let me know your experiences in the comments below. And again, I would like to thank Cricut for sponsoring today's video. If you have any questions or comments about using a Cricut, please leave them in the comments below. I am still very new to using a Cricut and I definitely have a lot to learn. So if you have any suggestions or comments or advice, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my blog at thriftedlivingblog.com. Please follow me on Instagram at thriftedliving, and if you don't have an Instagram but would like to stay up to date with what I'm doing, you can follow me on Facebook at Thrifted Living page. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!